Hello, everyone. It's for us an honor to be back for the Day 1 edition 2019. And let me share with you a little confidence. Last year, we came with Demir to share the beginning of our movement. And was it about a 5-year strat plan? Was it about an intention? Was it about our hope? Well, today, I'm very pleased and very honored to be able to share that our movement is now a reality. We are in action in more than 10 countries around the world. So we're going to share with you our journey and our progress. We know that we are at a tipping point today, that the health of the people and the health of the challenge is the 21st century challenge. We know what is at stake. We were discussing earlier the water scarcity. Yes, this is an issue. We cannot continue without considering the health of the people and the health of our planet. We know that the world is off track today to feed 10 billion people within the planet boundaries. So how can we do it? We already have 2 billion people obese and overweight, while 1/3 of our food produced is wasted. How can we do it? How can we make it happen? Well, the good news is that our economy is being reinvented, that our next generation is craving for change. And I do have a lot of hope in the next generation. In this next generation that is begging for transparency, for local brands. And the reality is that those millennials are already counting for 1/3 of total consumption. And they're looking for brands that are doing good to the world, good for their community. So this is not just a trend, no. There is a revolution happening. And as an industry, we can choose. We can choose to embrace this food revolution or to be left behind. So at Danone, we choose. We choose to serve this food revolution. Well, actually, it's part of our DNA. We always considered social progress and economic success as being interdependent. And today, because we believe that people are reinventing the way they eat and drink, this food revolution is happening, and companies like ours have a role to play. So for that, we developed an integrated approach towards the SDG that we discussed previously. We developed the Danone 2030 goals. 3 are around our business model. We want to be B Corp by 2030. The second, the green company goals, are around our brand model, because it starts with our brands, our product and services, how they can contribute to a better world. And last but not least, it's about our trust model. Yes, because the how matters. We know about the why, we know today about the what, but we need together to experiment the how. And actually, in this room, we are all conscious that no company can do it alone. No. No company can achieve, because of the scale of the challenge. We need to act together. We need to collaborate to set up new models, collaborative models. So we want to act as a catalyst of change. And let me share with you an initiative that is run by the Consumer Goods Forum, where I have the role of being the co-chair of Health and Wellness. The Consumer Goods Forum is a very unique organization with 400 members, retailers and manufacturers from all around the world. And it's an organization that can make a meaningful difference in the world and that can transform our industry, because it's a CEO-led organization. It's led by a board of 54 CEOs. So if this board take a decision to act on a topic that matters to the next generation, we can really transform the way we operate in our industry. And together, we have started this movement, Collaboration for Healthier Life, that we shared with Demir last year. It's a collective movement to empower people to live a healthy life while creating shared value. And this is a very unique movement. That was our intention, our hope last year. And today we can say that we have decided our movement to be an ACT tank. Not a think tank, no. There are many think tanks around the world, and this is great. We need them, but there are many. Our role is about doing, is about acting together. So we have set this unique ACT tank with partners sharing three convictions. The first one is that by acting together, we'll have much further impact on healthier behaviors of people. The second, let's face it, it's not that easy, no. Nobody knows how to crack this health model. So we are here to learn how to best do it with academics and governments and set the appropriate mechanism. And last but not least, we believe that our innovative approach will set new business practices that are about to become standards. So here, since we met last year, the Day One community, we can be very proud and very grateful of the progress that all the leaders around the world have made. We are already live in more than 10 countries. And let me share with you the example of UK, where we are acting with the Mayor of London, because mayors and cities can make a really meaningful difference for the lives of their citizens. So the Mayor of London did welcome our initiative with all the retailers of UK, especially Tesco being a strong leader, but also all the manufacturers. And together we are acting with academics, behavior change insight team, and also community partners. And together, our movement, that just started a few months ago, is showing initial results that are very promising to impact the healthier baskets of the citizens of London. And it's just the beginning, but it's a promising beginning. It shows also how enthusiastic our leaders, our CEOs are to make this journey a reality. These are the partners that have joined the movement, more than 110 partners after less than a year. So it's really about reinventing private, public, and civil society partnership to make our industry part of the solution and part of the transformation that the world needs. So I'm very honored to lead this movement with Walmart and all the leaders around the world. So let me introduce you to Demir, that will highlight you the case of collaboration for healthy life in Turkey with the initial results that we have.
Thank you, Isabelle. It is very nice for me to be here, back again, and with so many familiar faces. For those of you who were not here last year, and for the ones to remind our project, first I would like to show you a very brief video about our well-being journey, which wraps up our project, and then I will get into details of it. Let's watch the video first.
Migros presents The Well-Being Journey. With the Well-Being Journey feature in our Migros mobile app, our customers have the chance to compare their food shopping over the last 3 months with the ideal nutritional intake. In order to encourage a balanced diet, the customer is then presented with special discounts for the food groups they need. We placed in-store dietitians in well-being corners to introduce the app and get the messages across to our customers about balanced nutrition and increasing physical activity. Through our family clubs, we organize a variety of free training programs in our stores for parents and their children to encourage a healthier and better lifestyle. With an eye on the health of the next generation, our store managers lead good living tours for kids, They take them around our stores to raise awareness about balanced nutrition, healthy living, and conscious consumption habits. Through all these efforts, we have reached out to over 1.5 million people and have made huge strides in raising awareness of healthy living. Migros Well-Being Journey, a better life for all.
Guess how much time it took for us to make this well-being journey? We were in Miami for Consumer Goods Forum's Health and Wellness Steering Committee last February, and there we were very much inspired with this collaboration, and it took us at Migros only 5 weeks to implement this project. This was very fast, and we are very much proud of it. You know, when you are so much inspired for well-being and with a good purpose, then you work as a team day and night, and at the end of the 5 weeks, the 5th week, we were able to download our application with the collaboration of manufacturers and our customers, employees, and also the state, as I will mention right now. Our well-being journey is continuing, and it is a developing one under the same motto, stating that a good business is a responsible business with a good purpose. And by good purpose, we mean identifying the needs of the society and to do best to bring about benefits to the all. Last year, I presented the first phase of our journey, and in September 2018, we focused on non-food. The first phase was food. We focused on non-food, and with the partnership of Turkish Dental Association, we started our second phase as oral health care. Later, at the third phase, we introduced the interactive digital advice, and very recently, this summer, we brought in sun protection. As I mentioned, the Ministry of Health, Turkish Ministry of Health, endorsed our project, and they allowed us and give the permission to use them as a reference for balanced nutrition. That was very important for us. Later, at the second and third phase, we made the partnership with the Dental Association for the oral care. As stated, we are collaborating with manufacturers. At the beginning, we had 11 manufacturers. One of them was Danone. We were working together with Isabelle. And today, we have 19 manufacturers working in this story of ours. 5 of them are local, and the remaining are global international companies. On top of 19 manufacturers, we have 30 more manufacturers who are supporting the story for our well-being offers. And every month, that number of manufacturer companies is increasing. We have our employees. We titled our employees as ambassadors at the store, health ambassadors at the store, to pass the message to our customers. We are using both digital channel and physical channel for our story. When you download the application, as you can see, first you see 2 pie charts next to each other. The pie chart on the left is from Turkish Health Ministry, and it is the ideal case of calorie distribution of the food groups. The one on the right-hand side is your actual basket. So the whole aim is to bring your actual basket to move to the ideal side. And in order to do that, we are sending personalized messages for you, which food group you are not consuming enough of. And to make it to work better, after sending the messages, we also make well-being offers, meaning that we do make discounts for those specific nutrition groups so that you can catch up with the ideal case. With the oral and dental care this year, we also start passing messages about oral health care. And as we all know, you have to change your toothbrushes every 3 or 4 months. Since we have the data with our loyalty card program, and since we know your basket, when the time is ripe, we are sending you a personalized message saying that it's time for you to purchase a new toothbrush, and here is the discount for this toothbrush. So we are trying to make it more active. As I mentioned, for the health ambassadors, we train all the personnel at the store throughout the country, online training about this well-being journey of ours. And they were representing us, talking to the customers at the store. We also, of course, use social media to reach out the whole population. With the dietitians for balanced nutrition and dentists at the store for oral care, we train our customers face-to-face training within the store. We do in-store activities, and also we label our shelves according to this journey. So while they are strolling within the store, we caught their attention about this balanced nutrition and increasing physical activity. We do not want to keep it only with the customers within the store. We want to reach out to whole society, so we made outdoor festivals. One of them was last year, titled Migros is Good for Your Life. It is for 4 days, and as you may see on the depicted photo, we even brought live animals to the center of downtown Istanbul for this festival, and 50,000 people visited our festival, so we had the chance to pass the message to whole community of ours. And at the last phase, as mentioned, sun protection was on the agenda, and again we inform our customers importantly about how to protect themselves from the sun throughout the summer, and we provide well-being offers for them. At the meantime, we had interactive digital advices in the application, so on personal basis, our customers can track their steps to increase their physical activity. They can see how much water they are consuming throughout the day, and also for oral care reminders, they can use our interactive programs. Now, whatever you do with this kind of programs, of course, as a corporation, at the end of the day, you need handsome results on the table. That was not the starting point. But with this inspiration, we figure out that, first of all, Migros is an aggressively growing company. We are growing 2 digits every year. But when we look at those action takers, which is around 320K, those are the ones who, after downloading the application, who are taking certain actions using well-being offers and the interactive digitals, those group is adding 12% more sales on top of our aggressive growth. Furthermore, that group is adding 21 more units to their basket, and they are visiting our stores 4 times more. Well, hopefully next year I will be here again with the new phases of our story, and we are all committed to this. It is not a one-time action plan. It is evolving with our manufacturers, with our associations, with our employees and the customers, and right now we are very much motivated with Migros's well-being journey. Thanks for listening to me. It was a pleasure to be here.
Hello, everyone. My name is David. I'm in charge of strategy and innovation at a company named Fleury Michon. Some of you may know this company, some may not. It's a French family-owned company, number 2 FMCG brand in France. We are dealing with charcuterie products, ready meals, and fish products. Last year, I had the chance to be here, and I said there was not going to be such thing as a day 2 if we were not together solving the food issue in day 1. Because we have developed over the last 50 years a food system that has been very, very efficient, producing more and more for less and less money, and on a very nice idea to have food for everybody. But today we know that there are a lot of side effects to this kind of production. And if we are to eat with 10 billion people, the way we eat in France, we know that the resources on Earth are not sufficient. So we have the responsibility. It's a nice, huge, frightening, but very motivating also responsibility to reinvent a new model. Since we are a family-owned company, mainly acting in France, we are dealing with a very direct possibility to make decisions. So now I'm going to talk to you about pigs. Pig is a very representative story about what we have been developing over the last 50 years. In France, the production of pigs is concentrated on the west of France, Bretagne, and everybody has developed a similar way of producing, which is in-house kind of intensive production. And it's a cheap production, but there are issues about pollution on the whole area and issues about animal welfare. So over the last 10 years, there has been a lot of questions asked by the consumers, and the consumption of charcuterie products are starting to decline. Fleury Michon has launched in 2004 organic products in pig in charcuterie. These products are very successful, 10% growth every year over the last 3 years. And 98% of our production is coming from Denmark, because the French producers are less than 1% dealing with organic production in France. Why so? Because everybody has made the same choice to produce more and more for less and less money. And these products are declining, and in Denmark they are beginning to be the leader of the production of food with charcuterie products. They are very happy there. They are proud of what they do. They have less impact on the environment, and they are dealing with animal welfare a little bit more advanced than what we have developed in France. So we have been trying, and that's what I announced last year, to develop a French production of organic food for pigs. And it seems to be simple like this, because we are Fleury Michon, we are the number 2 company, and everybody thinks if we say so, it's going to happen. But it's exactly the contrary that happened. Because we needed a lot of productions to start with, and all the organization of the production in France is concentrated on standard production. So when we started, we mainly buy, the ham, this part of the pig. And the producer said, I can sell you this, but what do I do with all the rest of the pig? So they asked us to find new customers for them. So that's not our job. So we tried to do this, but finally we decided to make a partnership with a special pig producer. We came to see a bank because when one of the reasons why it doesn't work is that the bank, since there is no economic model on organic production, the bank doesn't want to give money to the producer or with very high interests. But when we are here with Fleury Michon saying we can cover within the next 10 years 60% of the cost of the production, the bank is very happy. So we made a model with a bank, with the producer, with us, with covering 10 years in advance. And even the French government is involved in this initiative. And I'm very happy to announce 1 year afterwards that the first production settlement is going to start before the end of the year. And I would be very happy to invite you towards the region of Vendée, which is where we produce this kind of products, to see the first organic pigs, French organic pigs raising. Thank you very much.